Hey, 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 this is Khadija, and I am the host of For Women Like Us. Today we have a talented actress that I had a pleasure working with in one of my short films. She is very gracious all the time, giving me the opportunity to work with her one way or the other, and I am pleased to introduce you, Muju Thompson. Muju, say hi to
Hello, everybody.
everybody out here and tell us a little bit about yourself and how you started doing what you're doing.
Okay, well, first off, my family has a background in theater and singing, vocal. So my aunt, she was on Broadway with like Nell Carter, um, Billy D. Williams, Jennifer Holliday, all of them back in the day doing. She was actually the star of "Don't Bother Me, I Can't Cope, and Your Arms Are Too Short to Box with God." Those were my aunt's two plays. Her name was Elaine Holloman Perry. So my background actually, I guess I was born into the field. I also have a cousin who has her own band. She's been singing forever since I was little, and she's traveled all over the world with her own band. When I was young, I started out by doing theater in elementary school, and I lived in South Jersey. So I went to John F. Kennedy High School, which was right now it's an elementary school. Back then it was a high school, and I was only in the eighth grade, in seventh and eighth grade, and I was doing theater productions. And from then on, I just loved it. I started doing a lot of modeling in my early college years, but always still had a love for acting. So in 2008, I seen a Facebook post about a play that a young woman named Kathy D. Harrison, she had put on Facebook looking for, actors to audition. And I thought I was too young because the name of it was Diversity Youth Theater. And at that time I was like, 30 something. And I went out for an audition and she loved me. I sang a song. I think I sang Lauryn Hill's, one of Lauryn Hill's songs. And she was like, "Oh my God, I love your raspiness of your voice. And let's go, let's get to work." So I started working with her. I did a couple plays with her at Symphony Hall. Then I started working with other people doing plays. I did a play with Melba Moore at Symphony Hall. That was for, what was the name of that play? I forgot the name of the play, but it was with Melba Moore, and that was in 2012, something like that. And from there, I just started getting exposure to a lot of short films and independent web series and things of that. And I did my first independent web series. I think that was 2010 or 11. And yeah, from then it just took off. I just started doing a lot more films for people, and everybody liked the way I act because they always said, "Oh, you're a natural. You able to remember your lines so well."
Yeah,
And I think
that's the
that's
thing with you. You are like a natural. The only thing you need is give me the script, and from there you have it. I know it
right.
firsthand, and it's so easy to work with you. And
Thank you. I
and
appreciate it.
and a lot of people, might find that, oh, that's, nonsense. You probably just sugarcoating stuff. No, reality is that when you find a good actress or actor that you can set him free in your set and let him do what he does best, those are the greatest actors. Those are the ones that are going to become, the Elizabeth Taylors, the everything, out there, man. They're going to be awesome because they don't need a heavy direction on what
Right.
you want them to do. Are you looking forward to being in Broadway?
Oh my God, that's my dream. My dream is to do Broadway one day. So
Well, so what you're
I'm
waiting
still
for?
working towards that. I'm still working towards that. We'll see. I actually auditioned for a play the other night downtown, The Dream with the King Baraka. So I auditioned for that play. So we'll see what happens with that. But I also teach. So I'm an educator by day. I teach kindergarten. I taught preschool for 17 years. Now I teach kindergarten. And I also teach acting. I have a company, Making Faces Talent Development, which I started in 2015. And I teach acting classes to adults, children, teenagers. Right now, I'm working with a couple teens online. So yeah, it's going well. I did a couple camps in Newark, teaching some kids from the schools. I taught drama at my school last year. So yeah, I enjoy doing what I do.
So, aside of Broadway being your dream, and teaching acting, um, where do you see your career going at this point in your life? Because, like the whole theme of the podcast, women over 40. So we're gonna take it there. We're gonna take it as, okay, you are a woman over 40. So what is there? What is next for Muju Thompson?
Well, hopefully I get my first big role. I mean, it's never too late for that, you know. I'm just hoping for exposure and for somebody to say, we like you enough to put you as a lead in a film one day. And then you'll see me on TV or in the movies as the lead character. Yeah, that's what I think is next for me, to be a lead in a big film somewhere.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen soon.
I hope so.
Definitely.
I hope so.
So you started auditioning. And I'm sorry to ask if you don't want to answer. That's fine. At what age you started auditioning for these roles?
I started auditioning. I was in my 30s.
Okay. So how easy or difficult it was to compete with everybody else around?
It was easy for me because, like you said, I guess it comes naturally to me. Like I love watching TV, and I love drama, and I love acting. So, when I look at a script, I can immediately get into character or try to get into character for that moment to try to get the role. So basically it's about putting your fear aside, putting all your inhibitions aside, and just saying, this is me right now. This is who I am right now. And pretty much displaying it and showing them what they want to see.
What will be a good way of somebody, a woman over 40, to jump into a career in acting? I mean, they might have, some experience, they might not, but what will be a good recommendation, I guess is the word, in order for them to start, and what you suggest for them to do?
Well, I suggest first everybody should start with headshots. That's the first thing. And headshots and acting classes. If you don't feel like, it's something that comes easy or natural to you, make sure you take some classes. Because a lot of people get up there and they're like, this isn't as easy as I thought it was. Yeah, because you got to remember lines and you got to not look crazy. So it's not easy. And remembering lines for people is the most difficult thing sometimes. And I always tell people I teach, if you know what the scene is about, the lines are going to come to you once you read them a couple of times. But you just got to know what the scene is about. Like, get into the actual scene. Don't just read your lines. You got to read everybody's lines.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
something that I learned a long time ago, and not for the acting piece, but to give us a suggestion to actors in front of the camera, because if you don't come prepared, knowing what's going on around you in that scene at that moment, how are you going to learn your stuff and be a natural at it?
Right.
I mean,
Right.
so what is next?
I told you,
Headshots.
I'm going to be on the big screen one day. That's next.
No, after the headshots and the acting classes.
Oh, those are the first. Those are the two main things to get started. You ask what to get started. That's it. That's how you get started. Acting
I guess
classes and some headshots.
perseverance then, just keep on doing what you're doing and don't stop.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's innate. If you're an actress, hopefully you have that perseverance to keep going and never stop. You know what I mean? Because if you're getting into the game late, something clicked and something told you, hey, let's try this out. So, yeah, just keep going until it happens. It may not happen overnight, but it will happen. Even if it's something small, it'll happen.
Yeah, definitely. That was funny. You said that I was called, my first call to do, extra for something in HBO.
Mm-hmm.
The Great Miss Myself, something like that. I don't remember, but they were like, "Oh yeah, you have to cut your hair and this and that," and I'm here like,
What?
yeah, because it has to be, it's like in the 70s, 60s, 70s, your hair has to be like in your shoulders. And I'm like, oh no, the pay is wonderful, but it's not happening. No, this took a long time to grow. No. So, my husband is like, that's too detailed. I say, yes. That's another thing that we have to, teach our actors and tell them, sometimes you have to go in front of the camera and they are like, okay, you're perfect, but your hair got to be shorter, your hair got to be this color. I need you to wear this, or I need you to take off this. And a lot of people is not ready for that. They're ready, yeah, for the
Right,
classes and the headshots, but what really happens in front of the camera is another thing.
right, right. It depends on what the director wants.
Yes, and
And you have to be willing to do it if you want the part.
okay, has that happened to you?
That something came across that I didn't want to do and I didn't take the
Yes,
part.
yes.
No, nope. Mm-mm.
You,
I'm one of them actresses that I will do what I'm supposed to do for the scene or for the shot or for the movie. Like, and I'm not shy, so yeah, let's go.
okay,
Whatever happens, whatever it takes.
whatever it takes. Ooh,
Hmm.
that's some deep words there. Whatever it takes. So you
Yeah,
listen to that. Whoever is listening to this, directors, producers, you heard her. She's ready. She ready.
whatever it takes.
Yeah, ready. Yes, yes.
As
So,
far as the role, anyway.
well, yeah, the role. That's what I meant. The
Yeah.
role. Definitely the role. So what else is going on with Muju? Are you writing? Because I heard a little bird told me that you wrote this cute little story. It was basically a comedy. So
I am. I
yes.
am writing. I have a couple things up my belt, up my sleeve. The I it was a short film that I was going to submit for the North Film Festival for the 24-hour film contest, even though we didn't get to submit it in time because of lack of information. But yeah, there's a couple of pieces that I'm writing. I have a lot of other ideas still brewing that I haven't even put to the paper yet. Um, I have one 10 episode series completed already that I'm looking forward to shooting. That's called The Fed Up 40s. That's already 10 episodes. So I just got to actually start getting that casted and get into production with that. Nosy was a quick one about something that could have been done quick, but I actually also want to do that again because I wasn't happy with what came out. So I'm going to do that again too. And I'm going to actually put in it what I wanted to put in it and put everything, every small piece and every detail that I wanted in that short that I think that should be in there is going to be in there. Um, yeah, it's just a couple other ideas that I have in my head. There's one that I want to work with the school systems. That's another one. I'm not going to give too much detail about that one because I'm still writing. That's still in writing mode. And I don't want anybody to take my idea. But yeah, those are three things right there. And I have a couple other ones in my head that I have just not even talked about yet.
So let's get that brewing. Let's get that, out of the brewing situation and serve it in and not in a cup. but a giant trucker's mug.
Yes, 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 yes. I love
Yes, yes, and a giant trucker's mug, and get out there. I mean, writing is easy, but when you put that into a script, you know, the ideas and what it goes into it, I'm telling you,
it. It's a
it,
lot.
it's a lot. I mean, I did somebody's book. It was a novel, and they
Uh-huh.
asked me to do a script to script that novel.
Uh-huh.
Um, the novel was 125 pages.
Uh-huh.
So you know that you got characters and you got the locations and everything that you have to put into that script, and
Mm-hmm.
you probably change a couple of things because they don't make sense when you put them from the novel into the script, and then you have to rearrange things.
Right.
It took me about 2 months, to get it right. And I just recently went to a workshop about script writing. I had a
Mm-hmm.
script that I submitted, and they sent it back, and they say you have to fix this, and then submit it back to me.
Uh-huh.
Um, it was okay that they said that, but for me, thinking that I'm the script writer, I'm a writer, but the script writer, and for somebody to send back because it was not professionally done, the way they want it,
The form.
those, yeah, it's steps that you have to take. The writing is there, the ideas are there. It's just how you're going to put that into a script that makes sense to the people with money.
Right.
That's the biggest thing. So you got a lot of things going on, and that's great. That's great. So anything else you want to tell our ladies about you, your work, and words of encouragement? Because we need that. A lot of us, we need to encourage each other to be and to become actually, powerful and empowering woman itself.
Well, all I can say is if you're a woman over 40 and you feel like there's something that you want to do, now is the time to do it, honey. I mean, listen, we're not old yet. We're just getting in our prime. We're just at the height of our prime. So let's do things that are fun, that can open your mind, that can excite you before it gets too late.
Sweetheart, thank you so much for being here. This
You're
was Muju
welcome.
Thompson, and giving her little pearls of wisdom. And, our interview is not something that is ending, because you can find her on YouTube and Newark Speaks to You YouTube channel, and Timeless Pain. It was just a little short that we made, and it hit a lot of people. And recently some person from the south of Jersey saw it, and they were like, oh wow, I was never expecting this. When you said that you like to kill people in your movies, you certainly do want to kill people in your movies. But they were looking at you, and they were looking also Jaquita. So just look at the movie. You'll like it, and let me know what's going on with that. So this is all for tonight. Enjoy your evening. Thank you, Muju, for giving me your time. I
You're
enjoy your
welcome.
conversation, your time, and we need to talk.
Yes, we do. We'll talk soon.
Yes, soon. Definitely, definitely. Salamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. We'll talk later. This
All
was
right,
for Women
Khadija.
Like
Enjoy your
Us.
night.
Enjoy.
Good night. Bye bye.
Bye bye.